Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing seemingly the impossible. We're going to load a game that never ever ran well in the last few years on Mini Classics. We're going to try OutRun Coast to Coast with the update, which is going to be work in progress there. And again, this is a game that typically would run in slideshow or slow motion, so to speak. But you can see it right now, Xtreme mode activate, and beautiful, beautiful game. I mean, love all the OutRun games. And it, because of the Harrier license, some of them have actually been removed from digital distribution over the years. There's actually a great OutRun game on Xbox 360, but it was removed due to the Harrier license expiring for Sega. So let's check this out here and get a little bit of gameplay in. I've showcased this a few times before, but right now you're going to be seeing it running better than it ever has in the past. So let's check this out. We're going to go single player. We'll go to OutRun mode. We'll do OutRun 2SP. And then let's actually pick a vocal track so we can get a better bit of adjusted quality as far as the performance and speed. This right here should work. Okay, let's see how this game runs. Again, this is going to be my first test since I did some updating. And again, the game would normally run in slow motion or as a slideshow. But it seems like we're doing pretty damn good right now. And just like with, of course, Bridge Racer, the ridiculousness of the power slides and drifting. Let's see if we can do some of that in this game. And once the vocals start, we should be able to do a little bit of a comparison for stutter and such. It seems to be running nice and smooth and fast right now. Do a little bit of a power slide around the corner here. Look at that. You can do like non-stop power slides. It's crazy. You can hear the vocals pretty nicely. Yes, this actually help out in other games too, as far as like Ghost Rider, God of War, etc., etc. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. And when you get to like Ridge Racer 5, 6, etc., these get insane, where you can literally not even see the track at all because you're so cockeyed on the track. But running beautifully, I mean, it's actually quite playable now for the first time ever as far as the releases have been concerned. The flock of seagulls coming by. You're gonna have to do that in a drum song in the near future. Love these type of games. See if we can actually make it through this track here. Things are getting quite interesting here. I've actually owned this game on PS2 as well. Beautiful, beautiful game on that system. And you might also know that some of the points for the game would normally freeze to a complete for all, or just minor hiccups now. That was one of the biggest things were memory issues. We have a memory leak on all of the Mini Classics. Let's do another power slide once we get to a turn here. Oh, love this. We gotta get past that rival. Power slide for the win. Oh, I missed that power slide. We can do this. We're going to take the right path this time. And usually if you take the left path, the game gets easier. The right path gets harder. I'm taking the right path there. There's actually a pretty specific path you can take in the arcade version to make the game easier too. And if you actually load up the history on May 2003 stream, it'll actually tell you the exact path you can take to make the game easier. Okay, that was definitely a phenomenal, awesome demonstration of Admiral quality there. Way, way better than ever before. And we're going to go to load up another game. We're going to try Ghost Rider. And Nicolas Cage for the win. I love him in all his movies. I'm pretty sure he was in Earth Girls Are Easy along with Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey, if I remember correctly. But he's also in like Peggy Sue Got Married. Then he wanted to like Leaving Las Vegas, and then several other things. I mean, pretty much loved him in all his movies. I mean, even when he gets a little bit over the top, still highly enjoyable. And I'm looking forward to anything else that he puts out in the near future. Well, let's check this out. Now see how this runs again. This used to be like a slideshow. Quite a few hiccups and such, just like OutRun Coast to Coast had. We're just gonna get in the game here. Okay, I'm not too keen on the name. I just want to get in the game here. Okay. And by the way, one of my earliest Blu-rays was actually Ghost Rider. It was a beautiful, beautiful display of the format, just absolutely awesome. I believe they actually filmed the movie in digital, whereas where they had movies such as Army of Darkness, which weren't in digital masters to begin with, when they finally went to Blu-ray format, and the first incarnation of it, basically had lines that the characters were hanging from, which were pretty much clear and plain in sight. So they kind of did a recall on that first version, which might be worth some money now if you have it. and they remastered it to remove those blatant lines that the characters are hanging from. I mean, how fun would Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon actually be if you could see them hanging from the lines the entire movie? It's kind of funny because me and my really good friend went to see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in the theater, and I knew right away from that trailer that it wasn't going to be in English, it would have subtitles and such, because it had not even a single word of dialogue in, of course, the trailer. But most of the people left the theater, but me and my friend stuck it out, and it turned out to be a phenomenally amazing movie. And just because the movie has subtitles doesn't mean it's getting a check from the overall enjoyment of it. Just give it a chance. I mean, I Saw the Devil was a fantastic movie that they may end up remaking for the United States at some point or another, but it was a great, great movie. The original version of it. Okay, this is so awesome here. Okay, we don't have any hiccups or freezing. What is the last movie that you watched? I mean, definitely check out I Saw the Devil, the original version of it, if you haven't seen it. It's so awesome. A lot of times when they do remakes of movies, they completely ruin them. I mean, even like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, that's actually a rarity. It's pretty spot on par with the original, but a lot of movies actually don't compare to the original. Like when they remade The Omen, that movie definitely was nowhere near as good as the original, and Psycho remake was nowhere near as good as the original. But how many movies do you know that were actually remakes that actually held up to the originals? This is Ron Awesome here, very, very happy, no freezes, slowdowns, lags. Okay, that was another example of a great game that didn't run out too well before. That runs way, way better now. But for the final game, we're going to go to a guilty pleasure of mine called Space Here for $2. Yes, it cost me $2 on PlayStation Network. I was able to get this right off my PS3, running on the many classics. It's run awesome. But it has so many good things going on with it in that plethora mix of independent titles that you typically find on PS3, Xbox 360, etc. This really stands out above the crop. It's a truly addictive game that you might pick up and you might need to play for one more time, and sure enough, the currency that you earn throughout the game and upgrade your character and such is an addictive thing in many games. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example of this. I love games like Speed Devils, a great Dreamcast racing game. You can actually earn money, and it has like kind of fancy-based racing levels, but also RC Pro-Am style game called Racing Gears Advance on Game Boy Advance. Another awesome game. I mean, RC Pro-Am 1 and 2, Racing Gears Advance on Game Boy Advance, and RC to Go are probably all in the caliber of awesomeness there. But right here we have 61,400. That is actually not my total score. That's my in-game currency that I earned by picking up the various orbs. And I can actually utilize this to buy power-ups, upgrades, and such to help make the game more entertaining and universally versatile and such. You'll see what I mean when I get to it. But as for my overdrive, which is earned, I could use that to just blow anything up on screen to Kingdom Come. And you earn that just by defeating enough enemies. And like Tyrion, you can actually play between Simulation and Arcade Mode and Tyrion. In Arcade Mode, you get insta power-ups that drop throughout the course of the stages. In Simulation Mode, you get the power-ups by using currency that you earn throughout the stages. But in this game, it has the best of both worlds. You have the insta power-ups as well as the turn power-ups. And look at these homing missile type enemies. There's one power-up right there. I'm doing slow motion mode activate. Kind of like the NES Advantage, doing Bio-Billy like on stages. Here's a health repair. But yes, I had an NES Advantage, and kind of funny story behind that. My friend offered me a choice between, on my birthday, for NES Advantage or Karate Kid for NES, and I wanted both. He gave me both. I was just thought it was too hard to choose between them. And despite the LGN logo on Karate Kid, it was actually made by Atlas, and Atlas has always made great games. I mean, even Friday the 13th, even though it's a very, very tough game, it was a very, very genius, well-designed game that is never the same game twice. But we're going to try to earn some more money here. I'll show you how to upgrade your character. You have pretty much infinity lives where you can retry all you want. And you have multiple difficulty levels. The stages are all on set level. You'll see what I mean when I do the next stage. More homing enemies here. Oh, jeez. I usually do like figure eights and such to avoid these step enemies. But I do have the overdrive in case I need it. I'm going to save it for now, though. Because the game does get pretty much more difficult. There we go. More health there. I was already full health though. Slow motion mode activate again. And yes, you can actually just hold down the X button to do turbo fire mode activate. And that can be upgraded too. I mean, I'm going to show you some of these amazing upgrades there and how they parlay into the game. And if you want a true excruciating challenge, try this on the hardest difficulty in the game without getting upgrades at all. Just play the game as is. I've tried it before, it's fun. And games like this and Space Invader that are on the PlayStation Network are absolutely amazing and fun to play. They're truly addictive. you can think of any game that you've ever played where you actually earn money, upgrades, etc., that just keeps you going all into the wee hours of the morning, let me know. And God of War 1 and 2 were great with this too, but the problem with God of War 1 is once you beat the game, you lost everything. But in God of War 2, you got to carry it over to a New Game Plus. I love New Game Pluses. But let's check this out, and let me know some games that you like that have upgrade systems in them. And another game I can recommend that's a little bit like Gran Turismo with airplanes is called In-Gen Racing. Okay, I'm on the boss, but I know I'm not going to be able to take the boss out just yet. I'll try real quick, but I know I'm going to end up losing. But again, I could retry, or I could try using some upgrades. But yes, it's a minute to learn, lifetime to master. I'm probably going to lose here, because you'll see how the enemy will actually get more difficult throughout the course of the battle here. And when you try this game out, I'm making it look a little bit easier than it really is. It really is a difficult game. Oh no, black hole! And speaking of a good horror movie, I like when they combine sci-fi and horror together, like with Event Horizon. I remember a few people telling me that was one of the scariest movies they ever watched. It actually was a really cool movie, if you think about it. Almost like an offshoot of like a Hellraiser kind of thing, if you think about it. Oh geez, I'm about to... Oh, I should have overdrive here. Can I use it? No! I should have done it when the black hole wasn't there. Yep, sucked me into the black hole, but I can actually go to quit here. But I'm not actually going to lose any of my monies. Check this out real quick. I'm going to go back to the thing here. And these are all stages that have various difficulty levels to them. I can go up to the shop here. And we're going to do one upgrade to start with here. Let's try this. We're going to do the dual blast, which will give me 2 bullets at one time. Bam. I'm going to just let that go for now and show you how that works. And we'll go to the next stage here. We'll do the Fiend stage. Again, it's very, very cool. Addictive, earn these upgrades. Even Ninja Gaiden was great with that. Okay, let's check this out. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of like the second stage of Life Force with some asteroid style thing. The problem is, while I'm taking out these enemies here, all these little monetary compensations are going to pretty much be escaping me. I don't want that to happen though, but there's another upgrade you can get. I'm going to show you this in a moment here. I'm going to go back to quit. Check this out. Once you get 50k, I used 25k to get my first double shot upgrade, but I'm going to go here, and I already have 50k for my second upgrade. I'm going to do the Remnant Vacuum, and this is in quite a few games. You just know what I mean when I do it. But it's basically getting a vacuum clean any of the things that, I'll do it again, check this out, any things that fly around in the air, and it becomes propensely more powerful as you go through the stages, but check this out. Now I can actually focus on fight enemies, and the upgrades will fly right into my ship, vacuum style. Look at this. See, I'm sucking them in all automatically, so upgrading is going to be a hell of a lot easier now. That is awesome. Look at this. And the range that it sucks them in at will actually increase as you upgrade the power-up. But it's so damn cool, and I'm going to have a much easier time earning more upgrades here, because all the power-ups are flying right into me vacuum style here. But we're going to try this stage for a minute. Asteroids for the win here. Another awesome game. And it's also a great game that has an awesome overlay with main jumps and 3 Xtreme Plus. Okay, take this out real quick. Bam. But how many sci-fi horror movies are you aware of? There's actually a time back in roughly the 1990s when about every horror license tried to have a space movie. Like we had Jason X come out. We had not Child's Play, but we had of course Leprechaun Part 4, which was in outer space. Hellraiser 4, which is in outer space. I love that they had all these movies right in back to back that were all like in outer space and such. I love my sci-fi horror movies. And try to let me know what your favorite sci-fi horror movies. I mean, Event Horizon was awesome, but definitely love stuff like Hellraiser 4, which is really, really cool with that stuff. By the way, Hellraiser 3 is actually what got me into KMFDM, along with the Dean Koontz adaptation movie called Hideaway and such. And of course, Mortal Kombat soundtrack also had some KMFDM in it. We're at 25k again already. That was way, way faster because of the vacuum upgrade.